the time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. Nowadays, if I just spend time with myself, I get trapped in my own mind and I just keep thinking about everything bad that's happened or could happen. So I think it's better that I spend time with other people so I don't focus on that. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning of or the message of a song or a movie. I'll go for maybe a slightly agree, but nothing more than that. You always know exactly what you want. Next question. You rarely think back on the choices you made and wonder what you could have done differently. No. I'm gonna have to go for just a slight disagree though, because I do think back on things in my life, and I'm pretty sure like everyone does that a bit, so yeah. When in a public place, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas. I mean, they're really similar questions to the ones we've already had, so I'm gonna have to go for a wholehearted disagree there. You tend to focus on present realities rather than future possibilities. So I'll go on agree, like mostly agree for that. Yeah, I do tend to focus on, yeah. You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I'm really gonna have to go neutral on that one because it just depends on the person, honestly. When starting to work on a project, you prefer to make as many decisions up front as possible. I am actually going to fully agree with that. Yeah, I like to have a plan, I like to know what I'm gonna do. Obviously, if something doesn't work in the future, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll just change that a bit, sorted. But yeah, mainly, I like to make decisions up front. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be until they become disappointed in you. Yeah, this happens a lot, especially with my family, because if I do something really, really good, I'm like, oh my god, they have this expectation of me now. If I get anything lower than this, it's just gonna be terrible. How am I gonna live with myself? But my parents have told me recently, actually, that it doesn't matter because they're always gonna be proud of me. They're always gonna support me because, you know, they're my parents. They're my family. So I do fully agree because it is what I feel. But lately, I've begun to sort of come out of that vicious cycle, I would say. So yeah. You feel comfortable just walking. These questions are literally the exact same questions. Come on, 16 personalities. But yes, fully agree. Yes, I can do that. I'm fine. I can do that. You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas or scenarios. I do think about like, oh, this would be really cool if that happens. Yeah. Yep. You look after yourself first and others come in second. I'm gonna have to partially disagree. I think if I took this maybe a couple months ago even, I think I would have gone fully disagree, but right now I'm gonna go for partially disagree. Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing whatever you feel like at a given moment. When I was doing my secondary school exams, I had like a plan for, I was going to do some practice tests, then I was going to just take a break, eat lunch, watch TV, go in the garden, do whatever. I stuck to that, so I'm going to go for mostly disagree. Your mood can change very quickly. I think maybe it used to change very quickly, but I don't think it does anymore. You often contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life. I'll go for a partially agree. I've done that. I've definitely done that sometimes. And if you say you haven't done that, I mean, you're just lying, aren't you? You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. I've got no problem with it. I can totally do it. So yeah, I talk about them. You have got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future. Boy, no! I'm just gonna let the road take me wherever it takes me. So no. You rarely dwell on your regrets. Yeah, I would say I do sometimes. Spending time in a dynamic atmosphere with lots of people around quickly makes you feel drained and in need of a getaway. Absolutely no. I love being around the people. La gente es mi bueno muy pasado. I'm gonna move on to the next question. You see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary. No, I'm not more of a realist, so I'm gonna go for partially disagree. No, I'm not more of a realist, alright. You find it easy to empathize with a person who has gone through something you never have. Even if it is something I've never gone through. I think I'm still a considerate and, you know, kind enough person to care, basically. So yeah, I think mostly agree. Your personal work style is closer to spontaneous bursts of energy than to organised and consistent efforts. 100% a yes. I love just being boom, energetic. I don't think I can just keep going. Like, maybe for one day I'll be like completely like, woo! Then the next day I'll be drained. So, yeah. Your emotions control you more than you control them. They were very good at controlling me in the past, and I just got completely bogged down sometimes. So, yeah, I think I would slightly agree. After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need. After a long and exhausting week, the thing I need is a fully charged TV remote, Netflix, and some popcorn. That's all I need. That's genuinely all I need. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change everyday life. I don't think I frequently find myself, so I think I partially agree to that. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something. Yeah, I partially agree. I would say, yeah, before, I mean, unless it's like a thing that only affects me, then yeah, I think about what other people would think about it, yeah. You still honor the commitments you have made, even if you've had a change of heart. Whoever I've made the commitment to, I talk to them and tell them why I've had a change of heart, and hopefully we could come to some sort of compromise. So, I'm gonna have to go for a disagree. You rarely feel insecure. There was a time where I felt like really insecure about a lot of physical attributes about myself, but I think lately, at least, I've just learned to just not care anymore, really, because it's just me, and I'm not gonna change just to make people happy, so I'm gonna have to go for a mostly agree on that. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is the whole quiz done. It's time to see my results. Let's see what kind of person I am. I'm a campaigner. I thought I'd be a campaigner. The campaigner was, yeah, okay. The campaigner was the one that was energetic, enthusiastic. All right, let's have a look at this. Mind, this trait determines how we interact with our environment. 86% extroverted. Yeah, describes me pretty well. Energy, this trait shows where we direct our mental energy. I mean, all right. Apparently, I'm more intuitive. Alright, nature. This trait determines how we make decisions and cope with emotions. 78% feeling, 20% thinking. I think that's maybe slightly inaccurate, but alright. Tactics. This trait reflects our approach to work, planning, and decision making. 44% judging, 67% prospecting. You know what? Yeah, makes sense, actually. Identity. This trait underpins all others, showing how confident we are with our abilities and decisions. I'd like to think I'm fairly stable.
I seem stable. Well, did they remember her? She seems stable.
Let's see. You can change the world with just an idea. I mean, thank you. Campaigners are fiercely independent and much more than stability and security. They crave creativity and freedom. I don't crave creativity, I make creativity, okay? I am creativity. I am creative. Campaigners you may know. Robert Downey Jr., okay. Robin Williams, alright. Alright, I don't know who that is. Russell Brand, yes. Yes! Kelly Clarkson. Will Smith, of course. Yes. Brilliant. Alright, Meg Ryan. Ellen DeGeneres, that's interesting. Michael Scott from The Office. Spider-Man, is he a campaigner? I mean, alright. Phil Dunphy, don't know. Piper Chapman, Hoban Water. Okay, I'm not going to read the rest of these. Willy Wonka! Hey! Let's look at my strengths and weaknesses. I'm curious, I'm observant, I'm energetic and enthusiastic, I'm an excellent communicator. I definitely do know how to relax, yeah. I'm very popular. Oh, I'm so glad you think so. Okay, campaigner weaknesses. Poor practical skills. Fair enough, I guess it's true. Find it difficult to focus. Yeah, I'm fairly fickle, I would say. I don't focus on something that much. Fair enough. Yes. Oh, 100%. I always overthink everything. Yep. I never take I never take things as face value. This is brilliant.
Yes!
I do sometimes get stressed easily. This is brilliant, yes. Highly emotional. Yep. I mean, I'm not highly emotional, but I am, yeah, okay. Independent to a fault. What does that mean? Campaigners loathe being micromanaged. Yeah, I don't really like being micromanaged. And restrained by heavy-handed rules. Yep. They want to be seen as highly independent masters of their own fate, even possessors of an altruistic wisdom that goes beyond draconian law. I understood like 3 words in that sentence. Other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching that video. If you enjoyed it, do make sure to hit the like button. Hopefully you know a little bit more about me now, what I think of myself and also what you should expect when you meet me. If you guys want to do the 16 personalities test, I will leave a link to it in the description. It's a pretty good test. The questions are good. Some of them are slightly repetitive. Answer them honestly if you want an honest result. That's just the way the world works. I will see you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye!